Hey everyone, welcome back to J Red's Reviews. I know it's been a while since my last review, but been going through a lot of changes. Got married, moving into an apartment, so it's been pretty busy the past couple of months, but I'm back now. I'm going to be trying to stay updated every week with a new review. And today we're going to be looking at set 79001, Escape from Mirkwood Spiders. This set came out in 2012 and was part of the Hobbit Desolation of Smaug theme. It retailed for $29.99. It had 298 pieces, and 4 minifigures were included in the set. So let's go ahead and take a look. Okay, to start off with, let's take a look at the instruction manual here. Basic instruction manual, not very thick, what you might expect for a $30 set. This is separated into 2 bags, as you can see, with the spiders and Legolas and Toriel being in the first bag, and then the actual main construction along with 2 dwarves being in the second one. Typical instruction book, as you can see, nothing super major. The little survey thing on the back, typical of Lego manuals at this time. So the set itself, as I said, was 298 pieces. It's a pretty nice little set for $29.99. Make a good little desk display model, and it's got a decent amount of play value to it. I like the fact that there's 2 different constructs here, so you can kind of space them out or even make more and just add a whole bunch of them. This set would actually be a good set to get multiple copies of, so you can make a giant Mirkwood forest with plenty of spiders and stuff, and then you'd also get extra weapons and minifigure parts as well. So overall, this would be a great set to pick up extras of if it were still possible to buy the set at this time. Let's go ahead and take a look at the spiders first. I'm going to set these 2 aside for right now. The spiders, both of them are exactly the same. They one of the cool features is they actually have glow-in-the-dark eyes right up in here, which is pretty cool. It's hard to get the right amount of light onto them because they're set so far back in here, and because they're only 1x1 cylinder plates. So it's going to be hard to get them to glow well, and they're going to have a very faint glow. These legs right here do not move back and forth, but they do move up and down, which is nice. So you can have different poses, but both the front legs and the rear legs can actually swing some, so you can allow for different crawling type poses and stuff, which is pretty cool. And then the rear section of the spider does move up and down, which is nice for extra posing, however you might want to pose it. It's got little fangs here, which is pretty cool. It's a simple build, but it looks good. It gets the point across, and I like them both. And it's really nice that 2 are included, so that gives you extra enemies to fight. Or if you really want, you could have the spiders fight themselves. So that's pretty cool. Then we have this small little section here. I'm going to take Legolas off here for a minute. Nothing major here. It's got a little clip to hold this bow. It's got this vine/alien tendril type piece here in this brown color, which I haven't seen too many of these in brown before, so that's really nice. It's got a Lego skull, a bone. That's pretty much the main parts of this construct here itself. It's got a couple of the darker Star Wars red pieces, so that's nice. Cheese slopes and 2 looks like 2 1x1s. But it's a really simple construction, that's about it. But it's nice, it's satisfying, it gets the point across. You could actually use this just by itself with a minifig on it, just as a little corner desk display. So it's pretty nice overall. The main display here is where it really is pretty cool. It actually has several different features to it. For one, you've got these little net mesh pieces, which are really cool. I really like these things. I'm not sure how I'm going to use them. I'll figure out a way to incorporate them into something, but you can fit a minifig or more. You can fit gear into here. You could easily use these as fishing nets or something. That would be a really cool use for them. But yeah, and it's got 2 of these. It's got a spider web here, which is really nice, white spider web. Got 2 skulls, a bone, another one of those tendrils. One thing that I like about this, there's actually detailing on the back side, which is something that you don't see too often with things. I know that some of you might be wondering what this thing is right here, and what this is right here. I'll get around to that in just a minute. But yeah, I really like that they actually put detailing on the back, and the fact that they have a little spider back here. It's just a small detail, but it's really, really nice, and I really like it. These new mushroom pieces are really cool, and they actually glow in the dark as well as the 1x1 cylinders do. This spider down here is actually a glow-in-the-dark spider, so that is really cool. I really like that. I've always been a big fan of the little like bug-type pieces, like the scorpions and the spiders and the ants and whatnot. So seeing a spider made in the glow-in-the-dark is just really cool to me. As I said before, this actually has a couple different features to it. I'm going to show you the small one first. Basically, that red knob that we saw right back here, that's just used to push this guy out. It's a decent little action. Doesn't shoot him very far, just about 3-4 inches, but it's still pretty cool, and it's pretty fun to have a minifigure posed in front of it. You know, Legolas is walking along, you know, got his back to him, and then bam, you know, a spider jumps out. There's my kitty cat there. Hi, Kirito. Oops, sorry, everyone. But yeah, it's a nice little effect. I like that. And I just really like the fact that this spider is transparent, or not transparent, but glow in the dark. Which, in case you didn't know, back in the early 2000s, we actually did get transparent spiders in orange, blue, and green. And the next feature, the second feature of this little construction here, is where this little knob comes into play. And it's not much, but it's really cool. I really like it. And as you can see, when you pull this knob out, the tree falls over. So that's pretty cool. I actually really like that. And yeah, you can either have it to where, you know, you do something to knock the tree down and release the minifigs that are up here, or you could do something to where, you know, Legolas and Toriel walking along, and then one of the spiders knocks it over on them. And as you can see, it works pretty well. You just have to make sure to pull it all the way out. There's hardly any friction in there, so it comes out very easily. So that's a nice little thing right there. It's a pretty decent little set. I enjoy it. It's definitely a good set for, you know, younger kids, because it's got a lot of, for a set this size, it has a lot of play value. Plus, there's plenty of good pieces in here. As you can see, we've got curved pieces, cheese slopes, regular slopes, plates. So you could turn this into whatever you want. You can make a small little like building shanty construct out of it. You could probably even make a small like spaceship or something, or even a mech, thanks to the joint pieces. So it's a great set, and I really like these right here, these dark or Star Wars red leaf pieces. That's really cool. I really like that, and it's nice to see more spiderwebs coming into the sets, especially the set this small. So let's go ahead and take a look at the minifigs before we give an overview. Okay, to start off, let's take a look at Legolas, Legolas. As you can see, he's got an angry face, and then on the back, he's also got a normal or serious face, as well as some printing on the back of his torso. His hairpiece is rather nice. Got blonde hair with like a braid in the back, and of course the elf ears. He's got like metallic like chainmail on the torso, regular printing, and the printing is on the legs as well. And of course he comes with a bow, because it wouldn't be Legolas without a bow. Next up we have Toriel, the female elf. She has the two daggers, similar to what we saw in Prince of Persia, The Sands of Time, the Lego sets. She has the exact same hairpiece as Legolas, it's just in a different color. She has a serious face as well, and then also an angry or, you know, fighting type face. She has some back printing, but it's kind of dark, so I don't know how well you can see it there. Printing on the front of her torso, and also on her legs. The leg print is the exact same as Legolas, but her torso print is different. And that's Toriel there. Next up we have Clique the dwarf. As you can see, he's got a pretty nice little hairpiece here. Good for making more dwarfs or woodsmen or whatever. He actually has a sheath for arrows, and he's got a bow. A nice print on his torso here with this buckler. I like that. Good for making pirates or other fantasy type figures. He's got the short little stubby minifig legs to insinuate that he is a dwarf, so that's pretty cool. And he also has a angry face on top of the serious face that we see there. Last but not least, we also have Philly the dwarf, who he's pretty cool. I like the fact that they gave him dual swords. He has another nice print on his chest with this buckler and belt piece here. He has the same hair as Killy, but it's in the reddish color. And he also has an arrow sheath. They actually give you a third bow, as was seen on the small construct. So you can give him a bow if you want. And he also has a normal face. And get the camera in focus there. Actually, it's more of a happy face than anything else. So that's your minifigs that come here with this set. Pretty nice little minifigs. Definitely the right amount of minifigs for this size set. So let's go ahead and take the overview of this set, and we'll wrap this video up. Overall, this set is a pretty good little set, especially for the price, $29.99. The price to piece is pretty much spot on, almost $300 exactly. Plus, you get 4 minifigs, and they're very nice minifigs in this set, along with the special Sands of Time daggers, which is something that you don't see too often. The spiders are a nice build, and everything overall is a nice build. It's a pretty decent level set. It's got some very nice pieces that you can't find in other colors, or at least not very often, like these leaf pieces here in the Star Wars red, or the glow-in-the-dark spider, the new mushroom pieces. So overall, if you can find this set, I wouldn't pay much more than $30, maybe $35 for it now, since it's 3 years after it was released. But if you can find this set, and it's a set that you're interested, definitely say go for it. Until the next review, which will be more Lord of the Rings and Hobbit sets, Johnny right out.